This video is intended purely to communicate information in accordance with the right of free speech.
Any advice given is a suggestion, and anyone seeking such advice should consult a competent professional.
All statements made in this video are my own honest opinion, and they do not represent any other person or body. As such, sharing matters covered in this video is in public interest.
Hi, fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. How are we? It's been so hot here. We didn't get the Cyclone Alfred, bit far down for us. It did look like it last week when I looked at it. But it has been stinking hot, and I think we're just getting rain now, thankfully. So hopefully you can't hear my fans and 2 fans and an air conditioner. Yes. Okay. We are here to talk about Shaklee. Shaklee. I don't think I have talked about it. Shaklee is a health and wellness MLM. I always thought it was about shakes because that's how it's pronounced. We'll spell it Shaklee. So yeah, it's not about shakes, Tish. They just started opening in Australia because of Sarah Robbins. So Sarah Robbins was the top of Rodan and Fields. She was looking for another opportunity, and so she went to Shaklee and she took Emily forward with her, who was with Juice Plus or TLC? Juice Plus, maybe. Emily was a speaker on Eric Worre's event, and she had that pink top on with the fluffies, and she did the Greatest Showman song, and she was just dancing. This is Sarah Robbins, in case people don't remember who she is. She has... Oh, that's not what I want. Well, hey, get it together. She's got a Chanel surfboard sitting beside her. Yep. Robbins, there you go. Good. Oh, it's watermarked as well. So she asked the Shaklee people to open in Australia because she had an Australian team. And that's what we're going to look at today. That was that. Geez, that took a long time just to get that out. So, we are going to watch a video that I can't download, so we're just watching it on the Vimeo account. Okay. And this is Shaklee AU March 2025 Brand Ambassador Training. I'm going to be doing a couple of different things. So
This meeting is being recorded.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, everyone. Everyone's just starting to jump in. So I had a little intro. Again, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules to jump on here today. I'm delighted to say that we've partnered with Rise and Shine Social. And so they're going to be partnering with us on all of our social media needs. We know with Caitlin being out on maternity leave, we wanted her to have the time.
Okay. Stop it with the snags. Stop it with the sausage dogs. That's what I got. I got them. They're very cute. Thank you for paying the tippy toe tax. Maybe I'll watch something else. Maybe I'll watch this Sarah Robbins thing, hey?
Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Robbins here. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And of course, if you are watching live, drop a number 1 in the chat. And if you are rocking the replay, please click the number 2. I want to hear from you.
Why are you talking so slowly? Also, are you in the toilet? Are you in the bathroom? Are you in an empty room? It's weird.
I have exciting news to launch to my network today that you are not going to want to miss. So again, make sure that you say hi in the chat below, and then we're going to get started with the awesome information that we have for you today. If you haven't heard the news, our countdown to more customers is on. That is right, starting tomorrow for the first time ever and the last time ever, I am going through my entire selling system that I do online on social media in a 1-night masterclass. Now, you guys.
Oh my God. What's her secret? I wonder. Is it just ask everybody? Is that it? Because it's been done. Just because you're at the top of a network marketing company does not make you the smartest person in any room. Okay. I have gotten the vibe of Upline's hubris from Sarah Robbins, but she's really coming through with it straight off the bat, you know?
Guys know this is actually really big news because I do not offer training outside of my coaching group, the Network Marketing Inner Circle. And this is an exclusive way to get the information from me. And if you want an invite right to your inbox, comment the word course below.
Why would you be doing this, Sarah? Now, this is a little bit old. When did I get this? It was downloaded on the 19th of December. So there has been some time that's gone before this, and this was just when her and Emily Ford were launching their what is it again? I can't remember the name of it. Nostalgia Crew. Oh my God, what is it? I'll have to look. I'll look on Erin's videos because I just cannot remember. Okay, let's keep listening.
And I will send an invite right into your inbox. So tomorrow we are presenting our Content to Cash class that is good for anybody, any company. This is going to help you to level up. In fact, this is 100% my system for how I am selling and sponsoring on social media right now. And spoiler alert, I have not sent one single DM, not one cold message. All of my leads to me are coming to me online. They're coming to me through social media.
You've got a funnel. Right? So you don't DM anyone, they DM you. I bet that's not the truth at the moment. Well, at that moment. So sorry, the reason why I checked what day it was when it was, because this was when she was first recruiting for her team and just moved there. So, you know, like when you are building that team, obviously she would have brought a fair few people from Rodan Fields, and especially because the Australians, well, they just started here, so of course they're going to join her, you know, like there's not any other teams. So, you know, like she's got a leg up already. And is that possible for everybody? Fuck no, it's not. Okay. This is just what she's going to say is easy. It's easy for her because she's already got name recognition and a big team. So it's not possible for everybody.
I want to ask you this question. What would that be worth to you? Hundreds of new business partners with this simple social media selling system. This is the first time I've trained it out. And by the way, the last time I'm going to be doing this. Why am I doing this? Because this is my holiday gift to my community, those that are subscribed to my newsletters, those that are subscribed on social media, those who follow me. And I'm so excited to share it with you. Again, it's tomorrow night, one night masterclass. You can comment.
Seems like it was very sudden. It's tomorrow night and you're just advertising it now? That's weird, right? That's a bit unusual. You're feeling a bit desperate there? Didn't bring over as many as you thought you would have?
The word course below, and I'll give you an exclusive invite right to your inbox. I don't offer trainings outside of being on my team or in my private coaching community, the Network Marketing Inner Circle. So this is an incredible opportunity, if you love learning to me, to get the system that we're using today to sell and sponsor online. So let me tell you a little bit about this course, okay? So the course is called Content to Cash, and it's being held tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific. That is 7 Eastern time. And the promise of the class is I'm going to teach you exactly how I sponsored hundreds of new people in under a month. And this is 100% the system that I will be teaching you how. So if you feel like, you know what, I'm tired of sending BDMs, I'm tired of bugging my best friend, this is the most effective approach. I want you to think about what it would feel like to have leads coming to you, to have leads coming right to your inbox. What would that mean to you? Okay, all of this is going to be included in my social media selling system that's going to help you to sell more and sponsor more. And again, this is going to be in my class tomorrow night. And if you comment the word course, I will send the invite right to your inbox. Make sure, by the way, that you share this video right now in the inbox with your team or into your team pages, because the more who know, the greater you are going to grow. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the class itself. Now, by the way, we are going to be later selling this on our site for several $100s because this is my entire system. So this is not a free class. But I want you to think about this. Hiring a coach for less than $50, right? That's
Hello, editing Tisha. I just realized why I thought this was free. Because I was distracted when she said it was $49. So that was my mistake. Minnie got out of the room and I was yelling at her. That's why I missed that it was $49. but it was still as though it was free. You know, like she really did deliver it. Like, this is a gift to you that we have to pay. I have to pay for my own gift. Minnie got out I forgot to go and check some plants, the plants to see if the growth light was getting wet, and it was. Also, the name of the group of her team is the Heritage Club, and my favorite thing about them is that they pretended that it was a new MLM. So that was funny.
Like a Christmas gift to you, a holiday gift to you. This is my holiday gift to you. This is going to save you time and make you money. How does it save you time? Shortens your learning curve. How does it make you money?
What? It shortens your learning curve. How? How does one shorten a learning curve? Because if you just say that like, it doesn't really explain how.
It gives you the social media selling and sponsoring system that you need to succeed. Again, we're only doing this one time. That's tomorrow night. We will not be offering it again. It will later be sold on our site as a course for hundreds of dollars. My gift to you, to my community, we're offering it at a great price.
Oh man, Shaklee have paid her money. Oh yeah. Shaklee, how much did she get in a bridge contract? Hey, how much? Did she get a rank? Did she get sponsored volume? Just some questions that I have, because it does seem like she sure is getting a lot of perks, you know? Ooh.
Comment the word, of course, below. I will get you the exclusive invite right to your inbox so you can take advantage of this special pricing. So let's talk a little bit about what does it include and is it worth it? Well, my question for you is, what is your why?
Is it worth $0? Yeah. Why would you even say that? Also, what's with the presentation being like this? It's weird. Like, why is there so much white space or cream space, gray space beside it?
I mean, if you want to really make the most of your business.
And are we supposed to be able to see that? I suppose I did download this, so maybe it was because of the way I downloaded it. So let her cook. Shut up, Tish.
In the new year, and you're ready to get serious. You're like, I'm done building freebie to freebie. I need real accountability and strategy. Listen, if your kid was playing baseball and you had the opportunity to learn from a pro ball player for less than $50, you would do it. So again, what is your...
Oh, she's pro. She's a pro ball player. You see, that's how she sees herself. Oh, look at Mabel. 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 She's half in the covers and half out. Cute. Yeah. We see how you see yourself. And outside of MLM and even probably outside these two companies, Brad Fields and Shaklee, probably no one gives a shit.
Your why worth? Is it worth it to you? Okay. What would building a successful business mean to you and your family? It's really not a cost. It's an investment that there's a return on, because we're going to be teaching 3 critical things to help.
I thought it was free. So why is there any investment? What are you talking about? This is a free training, you said.
So what does that mean? Instead of all of those spammy sales posts and sales pitches, this is going to have people coming to you. Again, every single one of my leads has come to me online, and I can tell you this because anybody who is sponsored can tell you it's true. I have not done one reach out. They have all reached out to me. Okay, hundreds of new leaders with a simple system. So again,
Always, every single. You have never DM'd anybody. You've never been the first DMer of your entire network marketing career. Okay.
it can work for you if you implement the system. And spoiler alert, we keep it really simple. Okay. So again, you want the invite, comment the word course. I'm going to send it right to you. You can get the special pricing. Okay. Then we're going to go into, okay, once we pique curiosity, right? Somebody sends you a message. How do you convert curiosity into customers and new business partners? So you're going to learn how to leverage automation. Don't let that feel crazy to you, because my gift as a former teacher is to make things simple and develop systems for them. That's why people love coaching with me in the network marketing inner circle.
I'm an ex-teacher. Fuck you. You know how fucking much teachers get, and I bet you she's tried to recruit teachers into this predatory fucking system. I don't see this as being, oh, I keep it simple. I see you being condescending because you think you're smarter than everybody. So you think that you need to simplify it because they're not very smart. Like me, I'm so smart, you know, MLM inner circle. It doesn't mean shit, honestly.
I teach you how to boost engagement, turn interest into a sale or into sponsoring. And this is going to be a game-changing strategy for you. The second they comment, you're in the inbox. That's where sales happens. What do you do next? That's what I'm going to be sharing with you. My selling system and sponsoring system on social media. And last but not least, you need a system. Okay. So we're going to talk about how to take a lead from a sale with my 3-step simple selling system specifically for social media. This is how I built a $1 billion sales team. And this is how I'm doing it again, even faster than the first time. Okay. So again, this is your chance to get registered. And I do want to point this out. We are going to be doing live bonuses for you to be being on just live. And by the way, just one of these is worth the $47 that you're going to get all of the strategy for how I'm sponsoring right now. I mean, guys, this is bananas. It would be crazy for you not to attend this course. And I'm serious. Okay. I will say that, and I say that with all confidence. We are going to be giving you, if you are on live, our recruiting guide. We are going to be giving you our activity tracker. We're going to tell you where to find people, what to say in addition to social media, all to help you build your business and rock your recruiting.
Just out of the kindness of your heart, right? Just because you're so sweet and lovely and you have no ulterior motives, right? It seems too good to be true, you know, like I get all this free stuff. What do they have to do? What's their investment other than money, which apparently they're not paying for it. So yeah, there has to be something else in there that's a little bit sussy, you know?
Okay. Again, we're going to later sell this for thousands of dollars, but you can get it tomorrow night for less than $50. Okay. And you.
Sorry, no. You said it was free. Sure, she said it was free at the beginning.
You can see we've had great results from this program and of course for our training. As you can see the countdown ticker down below, time is almost up. So what I want you to do next, comment the word course below. We'll send the invite right to your inbox and get registered right now, content2cashclass.com. And last step, this is critical. Be sure you share this with your team because the more who know and implement the strategy, the more your business.
Oh no. She said before, critical. It's critical. Did you know it's critical? I hope she's not an English teacher, but yeah. And she strikes me as like a kindergarten teacher. Also, so if you wanted to, what you could do is you could be the leader, and then you say, "Hey, everybody, get online. I'm gonna watch this training, and I'll show it all to you. So I'll screen record it, and I will show it to you." People could do that, you know. Has to be a pretty good, like you would have to have good software to sense that anyone was pirating it, I suppose.
Multiplies. Make sure you are speaking in the comments below so I know you're coming. Then get registered at content2cashclass.com. And again, be sure to share this video on our team pages and your threads. This is the only time we are offering this. And this is the final time we are offering this, my holiday gift to you. And I truly do hope that it helps you to rock your network marketing business. Who will I see there? Let me know in the chat below. And if you have questions, post it there too. My team will be there to answer. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. Be on live. Don't miss those bonuses. And rock on, rockstars. We'll talk to you real soon.
Okay, so she didn't say it was free, but I assumed it was from what she was saying. And I think most people would have assumed it was from what she was saying. So that's really shitty. Is it that good? Is it? And who gets the money? You do, don't you? Yeah. Did you need a little bit of extra Christmas presents? Just chuck this out. I can get all this good stuff. All right, well, I'm going to leave it there for now. Okay. Ooh. I can hear thunder happening, but I've got some internet, so let's listen to this.
And so it's going to be partnering with us on all of our social media needs. We know with Caitlin being out on maternity leave, we wanted her to have the time to enjoy that season. Importantly, to really leverage our reach and to make sure that we're representing Shaklee and increasing engagement and supporting you in building your businesses day in, day out. So I'll hand it over to, we have Claire Kelly and we have Vanessa Lima, So we're going to do some training for us. This is your training. So if you have questions, we might keep them to the end, and feel free to ask questions too, so we can all learn together. Over to you, ladies.
Thank you, Mel.
Yes, I was waving at the dogs. Okay. I couldn't help it. They were so cute. Also, can we mute the mics when we get on? Can we please? Can we please?
It is so nice to meet everyone, to see some of your faces. I have been on the Instagram, so I feel like I know some of you already through the screen. So this is very exciting for Claire and I, my partner in crime, who is somewhere in this Zoom room, to actually meet you all in person, in Zoom person. So we're really excited. As Mel said, we are Rise and Shine. So we are working on the Shaklee social media. So that is myself in the DMs if any of us are speaking. So if you need anything, I'm just going to say this now. We have a lot to talk about, but feel free to DM us in the DMs and we'll definitely get back to you. We're going to be doing these trainings once a month. So I want you to just keep in mind, this is our first training. We are going to kind of start basic and build up from there. Something that we're really, really excited about having everyone here is hearing from you and what you want to learn and what you want help with when it comes to social media. That is our job, and we are here to support you in any way. So I am going to share my screen, and then we're going to get.
That's interesting. I wonder who's paying for that. Yeah, this seems like it would be training that you would have to pay for. And this is just on the Facebook right here. So, interesting. Yeah, that's it. And this is about authenticity. Love it. Is this going to be how to be authentic? And they're going to teach you how to be all the same? Let's find out.
Into the training and how I think this is the best would go. We'll go through the training. We'll do all questions at the end, maybe do some interactive stuff at the end. So as we're going through the training, just kind of keep track of any questions that you may have. We're going to be really conscious of time to make sure, it's your day, it's our night. So we're going to be conscious of time to make sure that we get everything in on time. So let me share my screen. And like I always say, you'll hear me make this joke multiple times. It is always debatable when I share my screen. So can everyone see?
What joke? What's she talking about? It's debatable that you'll see my screen or that there's something going to be on the screen. If that's a joke, it's not very funny. I'm going to go full screen. All right.
This presentation. So you should see, it says Shaklee Brand Ambassador Training. Can everyone see this? Give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate that. So, fireworks. Very good. We are going to be digging into authenticity do's and don'ts tonight. So when it comes to authenticity, we have these 5 words. And from this point forward, I want you to think of these 5 words as your guides on how to create authentic content, whether that is for, video content, a still picture, a slide deck. What these 5 words are so powerful because they help you build relatability, reliability, and trust with your audience. And it really gives them an insider look on who you are as a human, as well as someone who is associated with Shaklee. So these 5 words are authentic.
I'm such an idiot. I thought it was contact lenses. Words to use as your contact lenses when creating. And I'm like, what? Words to use as your content lenses when creating. Authentic, playful, valuable, casual, responsive. Educational. Inspiring. Really? Is it? Funny? I don't know.
Playful, valuable, casual, and responsive. So digging into these a little bit more, we have authentic, and I want you to think of authentic as showing your humanness, your personality, originality, storytelling, using your voice and taking us, meaning your audience, along the journey. Playful, humor, not taking yourself too seriously because nothing is too serious these days. Being curious and a willing.
From an American? That's concerning. This is from a couple of days ago. Nothing's too serious these days. The downfall of your government? Not serious. Kind of serious. Vanessa, right? And this is why I'm highly invested in this, is because what happens in America is has a butterfly effect. It affects the entire world. So we would really appreciate it if take it a little bit seriously. Anyone who's saying, oh, I don't want to talk about politics. Let's not get political. Let's not talk about it. Privilege. That's privilege right there. There are some people's existence whose very existence, just them existing in this world, is a political statement. And they don't want it to be, but other people make it that way, right? If you're brown, if you're an undocumented immigrant, if you're trans, they're coming after the gays too, like, if you don't have to think about politics, privilege. So I don't appreciate that at all. I am painting with gouache, and I'm not enjoying trying to find the right ratio of water to gouache.
Is to experiment and show up. Valuable, answering FAQs, responding to relevant industry news and culture. So you're always adding value to whatever you're giving out to your audience. Casual, not overly curated, friendly, approachable, conversational, not relying on fancy equipment or perfect conditions to create. Once again, showing up. And responsive, interesting, beneficial, knowledgeable, sharing your perspective and insight and thought leadership. And if you don't get everything here, that's okay. This will be recorded so you can look.
What's thought leadership? That sounds like cult language. Thought leadership. I can see where education fits in now, but I really can't see inspiration. Are there playfuls about being funny, interesting, beneficial, knowledgeable, sharing your perspective? And responsive means that you reply to like messages, that it's interactive. That's not there. They're just making their own definitions up. Weird.
Back and write everything down. I'm sure all of you can relate to this with what we're about to go into next. So it's very easy to tell when someone is being inauthentic. And let's go through a quick little story. So I want you all to meet Beth. Beth dreams of being a lifestyle influencer that she sees so often on the screen. She's not trying to reinvent the wheel. She sees that work and decides to replicate it. Scrolling through social media, she notices a common trend. The polished, put-together woman who wakes up at 5 a.m., spends 3 hours on an elaborate self-care routine, and seems to have a perfectly curated life. So she sets out to create content just like that. But there's one big problem, and that is not her reality. This is the reality of Beth. Beth is not a single woman with endless free time. She's married. She has 3 kids. Her mornings are anything but peaceful. They're filled with making breakfast. They're filled with packing lunches and getting everyone out the door on time. There's no leisurely 3-hour routine. There's no perfectly lit meditation session. She quickly realizes that trying to fit into someone else's version of success isn't sustainable. So what does Beth do? She lies. She pretends. She stages photos. She claims she's living the influencer lifestyle, but in reality, she doesn't have the time. She thinks it will work, but it's not sustainable. And instead of building her dream, she watches it all fall apart. Her audience can sense the inauthenticity, which means that the trust fades. And instead of building her dream, she watches it fall apart, all because of her inauthenticity. Wrapping this up, inauthenticity is the first thing people can see. And that is the first thing that people start to lose trust in you when they can tell that. Something
That this, like, it's a fake story. Like, this didn't happen, Like, okay. And I've seen plenty of influencers who have lied and got away with it. Eventually it runs out, But yeah, how interesting. We're already showing up authentically in her truth and seeing more success. So the Shaklee Youth Ageless Sculpting Wand for face and neck. Real natural.
Simple that Beth could have done differently that would create that trust and change that reality is she could have showed up more authentically in her truth and she would have seen more success. A simple fix like this for Beth.
You cannot promise that anyone's going to be successful with their content just for being authentic. Okay, I am 100% authentic in my content. And do I have a small following? Yes, small, tiny, teeny, tiny. Okay. But I can't do anything else. Like, I just can't fake anything else. And it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be successful just because I'm authentic.
To not live this whole entire lie. As a mother of 3, I don't have 3 hours to spend getting ready in the morning. What do? I have 5 minutes and my Shaklee Ageless Sculpting Wand for face and neck.
And there are plenty of mummy bloggers, mummy influencers who do this without selling an MLM.
That simple statement right there is so much more authentic than painting this false picture of a false reality that people can easily sniff out even through a screen. So let's talk about showing up authentically. I want you to think of authentically as a dial instead of an on and off switch. It doesn't have to be so extreme. It doesn't have to be so hot and cold. So, if you have a dial, you have 1 to 10. There might be days where you feel more comfortable showing up at a 1, which is kind of just giving little parts of your life, little parts of the story. When it comes to showing up authentically, I think the biggest thing that is really helpful to remember is that you don't have to show every single part of your life. People want to see parts of your life because that's how you form that connection, but you don't have to show every single thing. Again, back to the dial. If you have 1 through 10, you know,
It's weird that her face isn't on this, you know?
1 is sprinkling a little bit. Maybe it's getting comfortable on camera first. That might be the first place that you need to show up. If it's 10, maybe you do feel comfortable showing more than you normally would at a 1. Say a 1 is like literally showing the books that you like to read, the books that kind of show your personality a little bit. A 10 is showing your whole library. It's showing off every single book you've ever read. So it's showing off more of what that 1 is. And there's so much that lives in between that. So I want you to think of showing up authentically as that dial. You can turn it up, you can turn it down whenever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. So here are some points about authenticity that you can actually take and relate to. And I bet some of us can actually relate to these specific points. So authenticity is the realness behind the reason. We have a reason for everything we do, right? We have a reason for why we show up. You have a reason why you're aligned with Shaklee. The realness behind the reason. This could look something like, I am a tired, busy mom who needs to take better care of myself, but I don't have a ton of time to do it. And I want to make sure whatever I do is healthy, proven, and will not cause any harm. So that's the realness, right?
Yeah, but if they are doing this to sell things, then it's not very time effective. Do you know what I mean? Like, this takes up time. You have to sit on trainings like this, you know?
like a true statement. The actual data behind the ask. People love to see why, and they love to see data that backs that up. So this could look something like, Shaklee is scientifically backed and proven by doctors. Insert some type of data point. It has helped over, again, insert how many people that it has helped. Humans feel like they're taking control of their health again. So that's more of like the data, the analytics. There's people that are also going to respond to different types of authenticity that you're showing. And then the real reason behind the product. This is one that once you start working this into your storytelling and your narrative, this is where I think I personally have seen that you will form the most connections with people. Is getting really real with it. So a realness behind the product would be like, I really love the youth ageless sculpting wand for face and neck because I am self-conscious about the circles under my eyes and the way my neck has aged. And this wand is an easy, accessible way for me to help with that. That is something that I can guarantee we all know like 3 people that probably feel that way about aging or whatever it is that they're going through. So that's like a really real.
She was me, not her. So I think that this is really interesting because it does seem like it's still not really authentic, you know? And what actual data are you talking about? What clinical studies? What statistics? Because this is an MLM product. Those things don't exist, you know? I haven't done too much research into Shaklee's products, but I don't think I have to, you know? Yeah, I just don't know. And the realness behind the reason, the actual data behind the ask, and the real purpose behind the product. I don't know, it just seems like a massive smokescreen. You know, I don't know. The real purpose, the real, you know, oh, I don't know if it's authentic. That seems authentic, but then, you know, like, it also seems like perhaps before any other way is hiding it. And yeah, I don't think this is geared for how MLMs work. There's a lot of smoke screens in MLMs, and they have to be vague, you know? So it's interesting. I like I said, these guys seem to be social media specialists. When I looked at their socials, their own socials, no connection to MLMs. So yeah, it's interesting. And I hope that this video is not boring. Thank you if you're still watching it. I like you a lot.
Vulnerable share that will help show your authenticity. I want to talk a little bit about authenticity versus oversharing. So we're going to go into details about both of these, but something that is like a slippery slope that I'm sure a lot of us have seen, I know that I've definitely seen it before, is that oversharing to try and form a connection, and kind of taking overboard, oversharing. So this could look like word vomiting on camera. That's like getting on camera and just going and going and going, and there's no end to the story and letting out so many details that maybe no one really wants to know, or maybe that you didn't even want to share, but you're just doing it to try and form that connection. Trauma bonding is also something that can happen, which can be really,
Paging Kelsey Ray. Paging Kelsey Ray. Why does this picture have somebody in black heels? That's a weird picture. What the hell? Why are you so dressed up to yell at your child? That's so funny.
really triggering for people. And I'm willing to bet a lot of the times it's not done maliciously, but we have to be very careful with our words. And then messy to the point of just straight up dirty. And a quick note on messy, like life is messy. Case in point, but there's a difference between showing that messiness of life and showing those hard moments and those vulnerable moments, and then just like showing the dirty moments. So like literally like dirty laundry in the back of your video or like dirty trash out. There's that difference, and we want to make sure that we're conscious of the two of them. So what we have here, Claire, thank you, you warned me for that. We're going to go through some examples of authenticity. So I am going to, and there is noise, so I'm going to warn anyone if they want the noise to be a little low, just turn the volume down. I'm going to go through these 3 examples of authenticity and break them down a little bit. And like I said, you will get this recording, so you'll be able to kind of study them a little bit too. So this first one.
Will they be able to do it themselves? Because that's really authentic to copy somebody else's authenticity post.
We're going to go through it, and then I'm going to break it down for you. So this video, it's a very simple video. It's a very good hook, right? I'm 35 years old and I'm not afraid to admit that. Immediately, your attention is intrigued. You want to know what's happening. What she goes through in the caption here is she goes through 5 really vulnerable truths. And she shares these truths that are, you know, you wouldn't, if you were to look at her Instagram feed, which I highly encourage you to look at once you, I'll make sure that the links are to each of their profiles when we send the recording. If you're to look through her profile, you would never think these truths if you were looking at her grid, right? But she goes into these really, really vulnerable truths in her caption, and it really shows how she's feeling as a human. And if you read through the comments, you can see how connected people feel, how connected people read to those truths. You know, one of them, I'll just explain one of them. She talks about how she resents the fact that she raised her kids in her 20s and she didn't really get to have time to have fun like a lot of her friends did when she was in her 20s. Like hearing something like that is super, super vulnerable. And I'm willing to bet there's a lot of other people out there that feel that way, but may not be, you know, they may not want to show up that way because they don't know other people feel like that. So something like that is a really good example of authenticity. So this next one, I hope you can read the little caption here. So what this says, I'll read it out loud. So this is just like a 5-second video of someone dancing around in her kitchen, her cute little kitchen, cute little robe. And the caption says, "What makes you happy?" in quotes. And it goes on to say, "The first cup of coffee in the morning, anytime spent at our mountain cottage, being a mom, a husband who believes in my dreams, my part-time marketing girl job, supportive girlfriends, cute coffee cups, thrifting and vintage shop, want a coffee text, being an older sister, sending and receiving voice memos, girlhood, dancing to music my parents introduced me to." It shows her
Super relatable. I love when we go to my mountain cottage. Yeah. And I love my something or other job, and yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is actually authentic. It seems pretty manufactured, actually.
personality, and it shows what she really, really loves as a human in such a simple way and in such like a positive way. Like you read that and you're like, oh, that makes me happy. Let me think of 20 things that make me happy. Let me think of 10 things that make me happy, and create this cute little reel that's literally only 5 seconds long to this happy video. And that right there, again,
It's the Kristen Wyatt method, the 5-second reel. You know, that's what she does now. That's why she's so successful, everybody. Watch my top fails. That's what it's about.
and it's a way to form connection. She's showing up so authentically, just kind of like a brain dump on the things that make her happy. And then this last one's a little longer and it's kind of a different format, but here we go.
Okay, clean talk.
Okay, that one also gets extra credit because of all the animals that she involved in there. But this is such a good example of doing messy things, but it's still looking put together, if that makes sense. Like literally, she's
It still looks very curated, you know, like very curated.
cleaning her kitchen, she's cleaning up her dishwasher, but it still looks put together. I also want to note how she is showing up in like under eye things and with her headphones on and in kind of like her chillin' outfit. It's a messy scene, but because it's still put together, it's so much more pleasing to watch. And because of the way that like it's edited, you see those quick clips of 90 seconds, like she said, like how her morning starts in 90 seconds. So these are three really good examples of ways that you can show up authentically and vulnerably in different ways. And again, like I said, when you get this recording, I'll make sure that each of these are linked so you can explore them a little more to see them and like really dig into them by yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so have you
so
got
now
it to
let's go
school?
into
Okay,
a
see you
little bit of
later.
examples of oversharing.
Okay.
Sorry, someone is not on mute right now, and I could hear you. And it's if you just make sure everyone is muted. So we're going to go into some very simple details of oversharing. So, like I mentioned before, something that could be an overshare is too much detail, and this could look like just over divulging in personal escapades, in business escapades. Again, getting messy, but like emotionally messy. So this could be one of those kind of things where it's like you show up on camera, you're like, oh my God, I had the worst morning ever. My husband and I got in a fight, and then I overdrafted my account, and then my car wouldn't start, and like blah, 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 blah. But wait, we have this really great product that you should probably try. Like, no one's gonna want to listen to all of that. And I'm willing to bet people are probably not gonna want to buy the product if there's all of that before. So just going into too much detail can be an overshare. And it's just kind of, like I said before, a slippery slope to try and form that connection. Again, the messiness, the physical messiness. There is a difference between showing up with your messy and actually just being dirty. I'm gonna give you a real life example, right? When I am doing my makeup in the morning, I have a 22-month-old daughter who is an animal. She'll go into all of my products and she'll like rip all my products out and they're all laying on the floor. And if anyone is a mother can probably relate to that. There would be a difference from me taking a picture of that and writing some type of caption that's like, this is what a morning looks like with a toddler, to if I was to take that picture and there was like overflowing garbage in the background or like toilet wasn't flushed or something like that. So it's like you can show up messy, encourage you to show up messy, but in a way that is a composed way. And then the last
That doesn't sound very authentic, Vanessa. That sounds very unauthentic. I might make her a little bit faster.
thing, which I think is really important, and it's really important to talk about, especially when we're talking about people's health and when we're talking about people's wellness, is being super, super conscious of our language and the words we say and the way that we create connection. We never want to trigger someone from the language we use. It's when you're talking about products that help your health. An example of something that could really, really trigger someone is if you were like, hey, I see your journey, everything looks great. Like, I know you gained a lot of weight and I know you've been trying to take that weight off. Like, something like that could really send someone into a triggering spiral that can hurt them. And even though, again, like I said before, it's most likely not malicious at all, we just have to be really, really conscious of the words and the language that we use when it comes to selling anything health and wellness. Because words are powerful. And I think, all of us know that. We know how powerful words can be. And it's also making sure that anytime you're telling a story, I know a big part of community is telling the stories and telling the successes and always making sure that you have that consent to be able to tell those stories and to tell those results and everything. So those are just some examples of what.
So that's good advice. I wonder if anyone actually, and then we want to also probably, it's more bordering on compliant as well.
Oversharing could look like. I know I just threw a lot at you right now, and I saw questions coming into the chat. So I think the best thing that we can do here is I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So we're all back on Zoom again. I'm going to look at the chat, see if there's any questions. We'll go from there. And then if anyone has a question, they can kind of just take themselves off mute and fire away. Just kind of like, I can't see everyone right now, but let me go through these questions. And Claire also linked those Instagrams in the chat. Claire, thank you so much. So if anyone wants to see those examples of the Instagrams, Claire linked them. Let's see. So Sabina, there's a lot of work in that video. How many videos is she doing? I'm assuming that's the one that's like cut up. What she probably did, and Claire, feel free to jump in here because this is more of an editing question, is left her camera on for a certain amount of time in different spots and then used CapCut or some type of editing tool to cut up and chop it.
Yeah, I'll hop in here real quick. I will. So that's definitely how she did it. But also remembering that for that video, all of the clips weren't more than like 0.5 seconds. So remembering in the future, I think that this could be a really great training for us to do is talking about video editing and shot variation. But this is a perfect example of shot variation, right? So when thinking about looking at doing the dishes, right? She's doing a wide shot of the whole sink. She's doing a close up of her scrubbing the dishes. Then she's doing another wide shot to show her scrubbing the dishes. And then she's doing another close shot of the water going down the drain, right? So when doing these actions, you're also, and it takes time, it takes practice of thinking about how it would be visually engaging. So all of this isn't just leaving the camera rolling. And if anything, that will probably make your life harder if you have a 10-minute video you're then trying to chop up. The best piece of advice is to, do very short clips of videos, because at the end of the day, they probably will not be in your video for more than 0.5 seconds. So that will save you and the storage space on your phone. So I hope that helps. But that's definitely, one of the, while we do these trainings,
Why are you in a car, Claire? That's what I want to know. What's happening? Why is this in a car?
We, we'll obviously love to have your feedback to hear more of what you would like to learn. So I think that's a great question, and we'd love to explore that more with video editing. So thank you.
Can you edit that in a reel, Claire?
Can you edit it in a reel, like on the Instagram app?
Use reel instead. I mean, I always use Instagram to cut it all up. Or you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can just add all those in and cut them up. Also, pretty soon here, Instagram will be coming out with their own editing app, I think called Edits. It's not out yet. Whenever it is out, we will definitely put it in the Facebook ambassadors group. So that will also be another editing app. But you can absolutely edit it in the Instagram Reels section.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think doing a training about like easy editing and ways that you could do different variations in your reels is definitely on the soon docket of what we can help you all with.
Nicole said, would love to know some great lighting ideas and tools to use inside when it's a bit darker. I have a clip on my phone, but not always bright enough. We can put a link to some of our favorite tools. There are a lot of, I'm sure you've seen like the Alex Earl City Light. That is one of my favorite tools to use. And you can adjust the brightness and also the tone. So for me, I know I personally look better in a warmer tone of light. So it's really nice to have that. And if you're shooting, something a little bit farther away, you'll want the brightness up. And then also if it's closer up, you'll probably want to turn the brightness down a bit.
Yeah, and what we'll do is like Claire said, we'll send you links to our favorite products. It was called the Alex Earl. Why can't I ring? Is it a ring light? It's a ring light, right?
Selfie light. Yeah, it's actually a box, so it works a bit better than just like the standard ring light. But we will send a link to that, to our favorite. Do you have any?
So something you have to buy, obviously. Is that gonna come out of your Shaklee pay or what? You have to pay extra for it?
Recommendations or advice for posting still images? Still images with captions in a private Facebook group. Vanessa, do you understand the question?
So Leah, can you elaborate on that a little more? Like what type of recommendations are you looking for? Like just elaborate a little more.
I don't do a lot of reels or stories and everything. I've never been comfortable doing it. So I've got a private Facebook group and I put posts up. I put pictures of myself doing products or just pictures of myself with captions. What's a good balance or mix with doing that? And are there any tips to kind of boost engagement? I know if you end with a question and you try and encourage engagement, I guess just generally, just instead of posting videos and reels, is there any tips that you can offer just posting still images of yourself or products or anything like that?
Do you ever make them graphics, like graphics from Canva or anything like that with like quotes over the still picture, anything that kind of catches people's attention rather than just a picture? That's something that you could play around with. That is kind of like an easy lift. Canva is a super great tool. We use it all the time and it's very fun. You can go down rabbit holes, but just using it, they have a ton of templates that you can use. They have so many different fonts and resources that you can use. Sometimes if you create a graphic, it really catches people's eyes. Even if it was something like an example would be like if you put a picture up, right? And then you wrote a description and then maybe you put a quote in that description, pulling out that quote and putting that on the picture. So it's like people see that and they know that that's really, really meaningful. And then they can comment off of that. Something else that you can do too.
If you want a Canva, you need to definitely have premium, which costs money again.
In the comments is kind of like answer yourself. Like if you say like, what was your favorite workout from this weekend? You can go in there in the comments and be like, here's what mine was. I did XYZ, blah, 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 blah. So it's like you're encouraging that conversation. Even if it feels one-sided at the time, you're still opening the conversation a little bit more than just like a comment below, like you're doing it. You're taking the initiative to do that too. So those are some simple tips that you can start to implement.
Yeah, I like the layering advice. Like just instead of just posting the photo of the product or the photo of yourself, you post it for people to draw people in.
Yes, people love infographics. And somebody thinks,
oh, that's another Kristen Wyatt. She will often be in the comments of her own things. Maybe Kristen's done this training and that's what she's selling. Wouldn't put it past her, really.
About too is like the points you want to get across, the points you want to stand out, the words you want to stand out, make them stand out. So maybe it's like making a word that you really want to stand out, make it bold instead of everything else, or underline it instead of what everything else looks like.
Thank you.
Of course.
Lindsay said,
go ahead,
any chance you could get a training using Canva? Love that idea. We can absolutely do a training on how to use Canva. KLS asked, could you quickly walk me through green screening and how to? We can't do that right now on this Zoom, but we could maybe do that as a Tuesday tip, which we're now putting in the Facebook group. What tip was that you were asking for the walkthrough so that we can make that?
Could you quickly walk me through green screening and how to?
Yeah, just how to do it.
Like how to do a green screen?
Or how to do a specific thing.
I've done it in the past, but I cannot for the life of me remember how to do it again.
Okay, doing a green screen how to, not green screen and record how to do something. Something is green screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to be getting paid for this, right? Because here's the recording for this week's social media training. Here are the links. And lastly, here's the ring light that Claire mentioned. I'm not ordering anything from Amazon. Fuck Amazon. Fuck Amazon. Fuck Amazon. $86. $86. Holy, that is an expensive ring light. It's not a ring light, but you know what I mean. I want to know where these people have come from.
Got it. So I can quickly give you one tip. I personally love using
Use TikTok. It has a green screen.
CapCut, and there is a filter on there to do green screen. So I would recommend downloading CapCut and editing in there. Again, when Instagram comes out with their new editing app called Edits, I'm sure that there will be green screening on there as well. But for now, I would recommend using CapCut.
Are you able to share every now and then 10 different real ideas using products or incorporating the products into our life? I'm not sure others, but I often get stuck for different video ideas. Not super creative here.
10 ideas? 10. Jeez.
We can absolutely do that. I think something that's really helpful is taking yourself out of it. So having someone else looking in, if that makes sense. Like sometimes you know the products so well, sometimes you live them, right? Like you're living this life, you're the one selling the products, you know them back and forth, right? So like having us come in as someone from the outside, as like a consumer or someone who may be buying from you can be really helpful. So we can totally put that together for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my God. Turn your mic off. What are people doing?
Also for the Tuesday tips, we can also put together some real ideas. I always recommend, while you're on the platform scrolling and engaging, if you like a certain video and something is really captivating for you, save it and go back to it. See if you can replicate it with Shaklee, with your angle, with your point of view, right? So you don't necessarily need to reinvent the wheel, but also you don't want to copy someone else. But you can take someone else's trend, someone else's idea, and then put your own lens, your own authenticity on it and how it relates to you in a certain product and recreate that trend and idea. But we can absolutely start sharing in Tuesday tips and different real ideas and some different trends that you could be using.
On the filter option, any tips here? I know my daughters are telling me no filters, but there's days you just need one. I hear that for sure. I'm a fan of a filter, especially one that makes me look more tan than I am because
You sell health and wellness. No filters. That's what you should be saying. No filters. Especially if you're using like skincare, which you have already used in examples. No filters.
now it's still winter here and it's terrible. I think the filters, what I always like to do is kind of find a filter that I use consistently and I kind of just like make it mine. I feel like it helps with my own brand, right? Like, and it could be something that's not overly done. Like Claire was saying before, like just adding a little warmth or any type of filter that you really feel like aligns with you. You know, something I've done too in the past is like, I would have a super fun filter, like one of those filters that has like the smiley faces all over it. And I would use that when I was posting about specific things. So like if I was posting about like a content tip, right, on my own Instagram, I would use that filter specifically when I was posting content tips. So my audience kind of registered like, oh, if this filter is being used, this like fun, like funky filter, she must be talking about content tips or something like that. So you can have fun with them too. You know, like some of the filters are really fun. And when you find one that you feel is really aligned with yourself and your authenticity and your brand, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to bounce off of that as well. I saw a very funny video the other day of, and this is kind of more of a warning for everyone with filters. I saw a funny video of a mom, and she was like, my daughter, who's now, I don't know, maybe 5 years old, is asking to see photos of her as a baby, and these are the only ones that I have. And it's when Snapchat filters, the puppy dog, you know what I'm talking about? All those Snapchat filters were like the thing, and everyone would take all these photos with those like funny filters, and she's like, I feel like such an off mom because these are the only photos that I have, but at the time she thought was cute and funny. And so you also just kind of you don't want to go, maybe it is something fun and creative to do for the content tip Tuesday every Tuesday, so you recognize it, but you also want to be aware that at a certain point it will maybe date your content as well, and you might look back on it and be like, wow, I really wish I didn't use that and I just showed up as I really was. Yes, natural filters absolutely work best. Also, in terms of filters, right, there is the option to kind of turn them down a bit. So you can have it, but like not as strong. So you can do the warm, but you can turn it down a bit. So that's also something that we can walk through when creating content or a content tip Tuesday of, you might like that it makes it a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more warm, but whenever you put it on, it makes you look orange. You don't want to look orange and you want to turn it down a bit. You can do that.
I am shocked that they are not saying don't use it when you're selling skincare.
Not on stories.
Not on stories, but there are different filters that you would be able to find like that, if that makes sense. Like there's so many filters now, especially when it changes, just like simple changes. You could find, I'm sure I'll be able to find a filter that like matches with the pictures too.
But again, showing up authentically, that's what this is all about. Your audience wants to know. They want to see you. And if you're putting a filter on because you have crusties in your eyes, maybe just get rid of the crusties and wash your face before shooting the video, right? Maybe that's your sign that you can do something before shooting that video instead of just putting a filter that people can see is not as authentic.
Or have an actual content day. Good idea. Do we have any other questions? Good. We're so happy to hear that. It was helpful. So first, thank you for being here. We hope that it was immensely helpful. And like we said, this was kind of like a basic one, and we're just going to build off of this. You will have the recording. We'll make sure that the videos were linked here in the chat. We'll make sure that the videos are linked as well in the Facebook group, so you'll be able to access it. I also, we'll be posting every Tuesday a content tip, as well as if you have any questions about that content tip, just drop them in the comments, and I'll definitely be answering them if you need to go into more detail or anything like that. And we're here. Feel free to pop into the DMs and say hi. We want to interact more. We want to see more user-generated content from all of you. I see it. I love it. Make sure that you're tagging us in everything, in all your stories, in all your posts, because that's great for us to retag and for us to increase engagement on Shaklee Instagram, but also yours as well. And we're here to help and support in any way that we can. And we're really, really excited. And thank you so much for being here, for taking time out of your day. If you need us, just let us know. Like I said, I'll be dropping into the ambassador. I'm literally going to drop a content tip right after this. So if you have any questions about that, you can just drop any comments there.
Thank you, everyone, so much. Again, we want to be as helpful as possible. We want your feedback. If there are any questions or you would like to request a certain training, feel free to DM us on the Shaklee Instagram or post about it in the Facebook group. Any of your questions, we want this to be as helpful as possible for all of you. So thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, ladies. That was amazing. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day, everyone.
It is I, Tish from the future, because I did the entire end of this video without the sound. Anyway, so I was contemplating whether I should post this video or not because it's controversial, because I think it's a little bit boring. And I'm like, yeah, well, why would you watch it then? But that's it, like the mundane, or it's not that spicy or whatever, but this is about teaching you the tactics of what they're learning, what to look for, what to question in people's content. Hey, Nerd. What are you doing? Hello. I can't see you now. Can't see you. Can you see his little man in the corner? Yeah, so you can't, can you really trust content? Because, these people are trying to teach you how to be authentic to sell a product. They seem like very nice people. I didn't hear anything that was too dodgy other than it's for an MLM. This could be a content advice for anyone, and like I said, it does seem like someone paid for this. It's too good not to just be, because we've seen training from MLMs. This is not that. So yeah, keep your eyes open is what I'm saying. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, also Sarah Robbins, terrible person, clearly. And how long did I take thinking it was free? You freaking idiot. It's because I was so distracted at the time because my Minnie got out. Yeah. I didn't hear her say it was $49. Yeah, good one, Tish. All right. If you can like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Goodbye.